Hey there, piano students of the world. It's Wayne from Wayne Liesching's Piano Academy. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to train your ears to recognize what notes sound good with certain chords. If you would like to get notifications on further video tutorials, hit the subscribe button and notification bell. If you are not familiar with chord notes and non-chord notes, feel free to watch my tutorial on chords versus melody notes and how to get them to sound good together. Let's dive right into the lesson. Now, a good way to practice common chord notes is by playing the scale and playing the three primary chords with each note of the scale. Now, we're going to play the C major, up and then down, and I'm going to play my three primary chords. Okay, with each note of the scale. Now remember, the law is use a note that is in common with the chord. D is in common with the G7 chord. E is in common with the C chord. F is in common with the F chord or the G7 chord. Okay, so I'm going to start from the beginning again. G can be in common with the G7 chord or the C chord. A with the F chord. And now this is important. Notice that the second last note is a B and the G7 chord has got a B in it. Now, the seventh note of any scale is called the leading note because it leads back to the tonic. Okay. That's why you've got to be careful when you use the G7. You've got to be careful where you use it in a piece of music. You can't just use it anywhere just because there's a note in common. Okay, remember, seventh chord or the G7 in this case in C major leads back to the tonic. And now coming down, so it's C with the C chord, B with the G7, A with the F chord, G with the C chord, F with the G7 chord, E with the C chord, D with the G7. Remember, it's the leading note, it leads back to the tonic, the first note of the scale. And I'm going to play the whole scale without stopping in between. And I'm going to play it going down with the F chord when I play the F and hear the difference. Okay, so basically you can use two different chords on the F here. You can use the G7 or you can use the F chord itself because there's a note in common with both. Okay, let's try another scale. Okay, I'm going to try G major scale. Now in G major scale we have the F sharp, don't forget, and the main chords in the G major scale will be G, C, D7 without the A, back to the G. Okay, so note in common, remember there's an A over here, I'm using the A instead in the right hand, note in common, this is your C chord, note in common, note in common, the G chord, note in common, the C chord, the C and the E, D7, and then G. When I come down, I'll do that again. Instead of using the C chord over here on the C note, I'm going to use the D7. Now, if you took every single scale and played your scales through with those 3 primary chords, you will be able to learn and understand how the notes of a song or a piece of music fit in with the chords that you're playing. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to go back to my previous videos. You'll see the link in the description on how to play your 3 primary chords in each key, and I actually did a very, very detailed practice video of all of them. You can learn the 3 primary chords in each key, and then you will probably understand a little bit more of what I did in this lesson, okay, if you haven't gone through those videos yet.